What is character? To me, character is the combination of the experiences, values, and traits that we possess. Character is what we view as worth our passion and our time, what we contribute to the world that we view as valuable and worthwhile. Hello, my name is Khadija Njay, and when I was 6, I wanted to be a paleontologist. I had these huge dinosaur coloring book, these little dinosaur figurines. I even made a model T-Rex once, though my favorite dinosaur is and always will be Spinosaurus. But I don't want to be a paleontologist anymore. At a certain point, I realized that I didn't want to just discover, I wanted to create. Create something that expressed emotion and opinions in a way that paleontology couldn't for me. I realized that I take in and contribute to the world, not by memorizing equations in my 6th grade math class, but by looking at the world through art and the human experience. I discovered that expressiveness and creativity were a key part of my character and of what I had to offer to the world. And though being intelligent is important to me, it's not everything. When I read Reverend Dr. King's quote, "Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education," I took that to mean connections. Connecting facts with emotions, with ethics, with empathy. For us to grow in this ever-evolving world, we need to apply historical and factual context to the world and our role in it. When we leave the educational system, we need to have some vague idea of what we, the beautiful, unique individual, have to contribute to this complex global community. In the present social and political climate, it is more important than ever for our generation's education to connect to our generational values of activism and empathy. That is a part of our character. We can see the conversation outside of our schools reflecting the need for justice and equity, but for us to be able to make informed opinions and take significant action, we need to look beyond the headlines. That is the irreplaceable role the educational system holds in society. When students have a place they can go to learn about the issues they are facing, where they're coming from, and how they're connected to each other and different parts of the world, they are given the tools that they need to think critically about their roles in these movements and how it affects others. Some of my best memories from school are the moments when we weren't just learning, but we were interacting with each other and different parts of the world. When we did drum battles in music, debated whether Napoleon Bonaparte was a hero or not in French, or discussed the nature of the ending of All Summer in a Day in English. It's these intersectional moments that teach students the interconnectedness of the world. This can also extend to culture and languages. This country is a country of immigrants and of people of all different backgrounds, and our culture directly influences how we see the world. Some cultures have a more family and community-centered society, while others take pride in individual excellence. Some might place higher value in science than in art, others may be more maternal or paternal, and so on. There are so many different elements to our character that if the educational system doesn't account for and embrace these aspects, it is impossible for students to really understand their opinions and themselves. Education incorporating the character of students allows them to understand how reliant this society is on all of its parts and how problem solving is never one-sided. The development of both intelligence and character are the true goals of education. One person in today's social and political environment that encourages me to encourage these intersectional connections is Adam Met, member of the indie pop band AJR, doctoral candidate and executive director of Sustainable Partners, Inc. He and his organization work to help think of and implement new and effective ways to add sustainability to our day-to-day lives. One reason why I'm so inspired by Adam is that he has taken something that he is passionate about, educated himself, and has given himself the responsibility not only to educate other people, but also to build plans of action that span across industries and walks of life. What I take away from this is that you have to educate yourself with passion and purpose. To be a successful global citizen, you have to take something that you love, something that you're passionate about, something that you view as valuable to the world, and acquire the knowledge that you need to use that passion to change the world. If you're passionate about filmmaking and environmentalism, make a documentary on the food industry's contribution to climate change. If you're passionate about art and social justice, make a piece that expresses the inherent the inherent inequality present in our country. If you're passionate about space, be the first person on Mars. You can have all the facts in the world, but you have to work to turn them into more. You have to develop the ingenuity, passion, and creativity to contribute to the world and the problems and movements within it. The development of intelligence and character are the true goals of education. Because I and others of Gen Z are growing up in the age of social media and the internet, we have increased accessibility to information and cooperation. We can learn about what's happening halfway across the globe and communicate with the other 7 billion people on the planet. This gives us the unique advantage of connection. We can educate ourselves about the world and how other people experience it. With this huge platform for discussion, we can connect with people who have different values, opinions, and experiences, and work with them to create well thought out and equitable solutions to the issues that we are presented with today. If we interpret the facts through our lens of the world and connect our interpretations with those of others, we can empathize with them and think critically about how our actions and our plans for action will affect the people around us and the world. On top of that, we're pretty creative. True global involvement spans across the arts and sciences and true movements across emotion and logic. We have the ability and the responsibility to appeal to someone as a human being through whatever way we can using both facts and creativity, and work with that person to create amazing solutions to problems in the US and around the world. The creation of this mindset begins in the school system, where students of different backgrounds and opinions can interact with each other. The development of intelligence and character are the true goals of education. The role that education plays in the ability of generations to become problem solvers and critical thinkers can never be overlooked. When the educational system incorporates the value and character of its students, we become key contributors to the welfare of the world, able to make important connections between facts and emotions and ethics and empathy. So I'll leave you with this last thought. When I was 6, I wanted to be a paleontologist. Today, I just want to be a true citizen of the world, balanced in creativity, global awareness, and intellect. I want to be a person who does right by those alongside me and the yet to come. I wouldn't know that if I wasn't able to connect facts on a page to our beautiful, messy reality. If I wasn't able to connect my experiences to the ones of people all around the world. If I wasn't able to see that we are all experiencing being human. Cut short, I wouldn't know who I am, who I want to be, if my education was solely 1 + 1 = 2.